Hi, I'm Kim LeBeau of Love Lettered Studio, and today I'm going to show you how to do this fun technique where you get a bleed at the bottom where your letters rest. These are the supplies I'll be using today: the Sprout Creative watercolor, watercolor paper, paint brushes, washi tape, clean water, paper towel. In a straight line, wet your paper a little lower than the halfway mark. You'll know you have enough water when your paper is shiny but the water is not pooling. Spread the water down the page. Begin to just paint in your letters. The bottom of your letters should dip into the wet area of your paper. Make sure as you get closer to the wet area you have enough paint in your brush that when the paint and the water meet, you get a really pretty bleed. You'll see on my H here that as I dip into the wet area right here, my brush is too dry. Do you see how it doesn't bleed? There we go, that's better. You can also re-wet your paper if it seems a little dry. Just make sure to avoid any of your bleeds. Sometimes even if you dip into the wet area, you don't get a bleed, and it's totally okay to go ahead and help that happen. Just touch your brush down in here, add a little water if you want. Make sure you're using clean water. I had a little bit of paint in my brush and it tinted the area that's wet, it tinted it like a turquoise color. I had to re-wet my brush and clean it up a little bit. I think I kind of like this pattern of get into the bleed, then go back and touch up my downstrokes. Once you have your touch up done and your letters look pretty much the way you want them, it's time to kind of help our bleeds along. I like to do this by adding a little bit of paint at the base of each letter and then going through with a clean brush, clear water, and going over that. Just dab over it. Just work that paint and water until you're happy with it. And just a little bit more touch up. Once that dries, I can go through and letter another word underneath. My pen is running out of ink here, so I'll have to go back over this again a second time with a different pen. Using a light gray brush pen, I'm going to add a shadow on the right side of each stroke. With a white ink pen, I'm going to use the Uniball Signo UM153 pen. I'm going to go between my watercolor and my shadow. This is optional, you don't have to do this, but it does give it some definition that I think is really nice. It's also nice for crisping up those watercolor edges if you had any accidental bleeds. Next, using the fine tip of the Zig Memory Writer dual tip pen, I'm going to outline the left side of my strokes and the right side of my shadows. I'm going for sort of a sketchy, messy look, so I'm going to do 2 passes over my outline. I'm going to speed up the video a little bit here. Give this time to dry and then erase your pencil marks and remove your tape. Remember to always peel your tape away from your artwork. I think this piece needs a little baseline, so I'm going to add that here. And we're going to finish off with some highlights with our white pen that we used earlier. And that's it. It's pretty fun and simple. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and all those other YouTubey things, and I will see you in the next video.